I've had people come in here and talk shit about the other artist I've had in here, and I'm like, what? I'm like, what? Why is this even necessary?
Yeah, yeah.
Yo, what is good, guys? We are doing something different today. We are going to be doing top clips, of the year and of the podcast. And, these are in no particular order. They're just kind of like, to highlight some of my favorite, moments that we've had together. And, I'm chewing fucking gum right now. Let me pull this out. Fucking rule number one in podcasting, take the fucking gum out. I don't know. I've been chewing gum a lot, guys. But no, we've had a crazy journey. If you guys have been here from the jump of the podcast, the 20-minute chats podcast, and I'm just here to say, I wouldn't have this platform without you guys, the artists, the producers, and some of the people who are interested in this music area of the valley, and down the top in the Wapato, and there's some people out in Wenatchee. And it's just crazy to me how far, I've reached and we have reached together this podcast by sharing it, liking it, and, some of our favorite artists coming into to my house and to my home to get interviewed and, and share their experiences and their story and just crazy moments. And we've had some amazing people come in this building and just I don't know what it is, the 20-minute chats things. If you guys don't know, the way I started doing the 20-minute chats was because I was busy with my 9 to 5. And I'm also a music artist myself, a producer, an engineer. And I have other people I'm working with, and also projects myself. And I love podcasting. I love just talking shop, just talking music. And the thing about podcasts, they go on for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. And then if you have 3 cameras, editing a 3-hour video or 2-hour video is fucking horrendous, and let alone someone watching it and seeing that 2-hour interview. And then with these 20-minute chats, so anyway, the DSLR cameras, they only run for like 23 minutes. And so I was like, what if I just get like 2 microphones, we're just in our studio, hit the record, and it runs for 20 minutes. And then 20-minute chats, it's just, it's even, it's small, it's nice. I was like, all right. And then the brainstorming just came from there. And it was a snowball effect. And I was like, man, 20-minute chats. I was like, artists can come in here, in and out. We don't really take too much time out of their day. And also, it's more easier on the editing for me. We just line up these audio clips with the video. Boom, intro, outro, we're out of here. And it also works the best for the consumer. There's a 3 stones and 1 bird type of shit going on here, guys. And so when the consumer sees a 20-minute video, they're more likely to finish the thing or even click on it. And when they see an hour to 2-hour video, it's too much to consume and too much to, I don't click on a 2-hour video unless it's someone that I like or am interested in. And then even then, it takes me 2-3 days to indulge on the video. And everyone's been loving it in the community and reaching out to me, or, some people I've been wanting to reach out to and have a genuine conversation about music and their journey. And people have been welcoming with open hand. And, and there's also people like you guys that love, just finding that new artist, finding that new sound or a collaborative partner you would like to, make music with. And yeah, man, I want to thank you guys for such a great fucking year, man. Masaluna, RIP, rest his soul, was the first, person to believe in the podcast. And I hit him up and he was like, you know what? I bet, bro, I'll be there. And so he came by. It was a success. It flew by. We were like, wow, we talked a lot about a lot of stuff We talked about a lot of stuff. Blah 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 blah. We talked about a lot of stuff, and it was short and sweet. And I was like, holy crap, this is addicting. I want to do more. And so yeah, that's kind of like the origin of this whole podcast, guys. And I just want to thank you guys for allowing me to voice my opinion, voice other people's opinions, and I hope this we're barely getting started, guys. We're barely getting the ball kicking, man. And to see it, this much response and this much growth within the podcast, we got much more to come. And we got the Northwest Cipher coming together, slowly but surely, trying to execute that, as perfectly as I can. And this media platform is gonna grow and grow and grow. And it's all because of you guys. Man, I got big things, man. I got big things. But these clips I'm about to show you guys are just no particular order. They're kind of just some of my favorites out of the whole bunch. But just a couple shout outs to everyone. These are just some of my favorites. Dark World interview was freaking awesome. Just someone different with a fresh sound and fresh, individuality. Just like this dark goth dude just coming in and just giving, he's just so dope. Anytime I always talk to him, he was very quiet. And not really exactly quiet, but very, timid a little bit. And then so be able to, have him talk and voice his opinion was just so dope. And then the response on that was dope. Dope, dope, dope. Recently, the Dre Still Poppin' interview, the M Status interview was big. That was dope, man. Just one of my idols and, someone I always looked up to as a kid. And so just to have that come into full circle was freaking dope. Masaluna, I fucking love that kid, so I gotta give him a good shout out for that one. Jadrius, just young cat that just came. It just has so much soul and passion for his craft, and having he didn't have a platform to voice his opinion and stuff, and then being able to give that to him and him just going off and running with it. That was dope, man. Nothing Better, aka Daniel Recon. So many people more. So many other mentions. I'm sorry, guys, if I'm not mentioning you. I know. But I encourage everyone to lend a hand out to everyone. This community is for all of us to build. I was just, I don't know if I'm even going to put clips in there. I'm just going to go on a rant. But something I told Dave, Goody, and a lot of the people I have around me, this is what I told them. I was like, I feel like success is right here, and we're on this side of success. We're behind it, and we're living our regular job, our regular day in, day out stuff. We're doing, once we get off work, we make some music. Maybe we don't go as hard as we should be doing. We're like, all right, well, eventually I'll have time. Eventually I'll be able to sit down and make music. Eventually I'll be able to do this. So, so we don't take it as serious because we think we eventually will come, and we don't work as hard because we don't have the success that would motivate us to do that. Or this isn't our job yet. So, maybe I shouldn't be working full time at it. And so I was telling him, I was like, we need to see past this. We have to work. We can't expect full results with a half-ass attitude, with a half-ass, I'll do it later. We have to work our ass off to get past that border of success and manifesting that full, that 9 to 5, just, you want to quit your job, we'll slowly move out of it. Slowly put more of those hours into your music, into your craft, your photography, your production, your media platform. Put more effort into your craft. Stop putting more effort into your job. The businesses don't want to hear it. You need to think of this as a job. You need to think of this. Even consistency. Passion, do what you love without regard to anyone else's feelings and what people think. If you guys are going into the new year, that's one of the things I want you guys to leave with is passion and moving away from your 9 to 5. And one thing I learned is that getting rid of the ego. Getting rid of the ego. Knowing who you are, knowing that, hey, maybe I should step back and help these other people. Lend a hand. Stop being competitive with each other. I've had people come in here and talk shit about the other artist I've had in here. And I'm like, what? Why is this even necessary? I was like, I feel like if we all work together, we can get the fuck out of here. So let's team up, man. Let's help out. Lend a hand to every single person. Never be too big for someone. If someone's doing better than you, figure out, team up with them. Figure out what they're doing. I don't know. But anyway, we could get out of here, guys. My valley folk, and everyone else that's trying to build a career off of this, we need to stop being so egotistical. I can do this by myself. I don't need help. You need a team to get the fuck out of here. You need a team. Like with AG and A Junior and some of the people I'm working with now, like I finally realized I was like, I need to, I don't know, get rid of my ego. Like I always told myself, I'm like, man, why don't I rap like this? Why don't I sing like this? And and why can't I do that? And I threw that away, and I was like, you know what? I know what I could do. I know what I can do. I can engineer. I can mix. I can get them on a platform. I can play a part in play your fucking part, and then slowly, try to sharpen your sword in other areas of things you want to venture out in. But stop being fucking jealous. Stop being egotistical. Love yourself. Love the people around you. And yeah, man, that's my rant. And, I just hope we get the fuck out of here. I hope every one of you guys eventually quit your 9 to 5 and do what you guys love. Because I know I am. I know my goal this next year is to get the fuck out of my 9 to 5 job. But I love you guys. Here's a little montage of clips of every single one of you motherfuckers. And thank you for giving me this platform to, share with you guys and build this ecosystem together. I'm out of here, guys, and I'll see you guys next year.
Yeah, it's cool and all or whatever, but learn to come out and live life for a little bit and then come back to it. You can always come back to it. Life's always gonna be there. It's always the music. But
fuck, life is always gonna be there.
It's always gonna be there. Kind of something bittersweet or whatever. But it's just if you're going through something, do what you got to do first and then come back to it.
Sometimes it's good to have your mental health right before you even think about doing anything.
Yeah.
Sometimes people are like, "What you been up to?" And in my head, I'm like, "I've been trying to put myself together."
Yeah, I'm just I'm just trying to live, bro. It's hard. It's hard out here. Not gonna lie. But.
Yeah, man. Everyone be going through something. Especially during the quarantine. Especially me. I was going through depression for a while. I get anxiety like crazy. I look into the details too crazy, and I be thinking too much, and I be future tripping sometimes, and just everything that can bring you down in life. Fucking, you can have a breakdown real quick, and then I'm in my head, I'm like, oh yeah, music.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh shit.
But
get back to it.
Yeah, and I was even homeless for a little bit, and when I was homeless, which was not very long ago, I'm not exactly sure what that time span was, but not too long ago, hip hop or music, hip hop, whatever. That was one of my main inspirations because I want to be put down as one of the greatest.
How do you end up being homeless?
Homeless.
If you don't mind me asking.
Well, I've never really gotten along with my family that well. And I grew up with my great aunt. I lived with her for the majority of my life because my mom was in a position where she wasn't very, able to take care of me. You know what I'm saying? So me and my aforementioned uncle lived together. We grew up together. You know what I'm saying? Great aunt. But frankly, he was treated better. And despite him being in a gang and her, knowing that. Because one time, I have a vivid memory. That motherfucker bring a goddamn M16 into the house.
God damn.
You know what I'm saying? And not a word was fucking said. You know what I mean? And I had to ask, in my own home, I had to ask for food. You know what I mean? I was starved pretty much because she got food stamps for me. But, it was a fucked up situation. There's one point where I was pretty much surviving off of top ramen. You know what I mean? Nothing really nutritious. But, so I didn't like asking for food either because she'd get mad. She'd get mad for some fucking reason. And I was like, I didn't want to deal with that drama. So what I do is I just take food without asking. Hope she wouldn't notice, And one day, fucking, I took like a croissant. I shit you not, a fucking croissant or some shit. And, that the shit hit the fan. They're like, oh, if you don't like it here, if you really don't like it here, you can leave. So I was like, all right, And I was just fucking calling up my friends, whoever. I didn't want to call my family members, but I was calling up my friends, can I stay with you for a little bit and shit? Because I really didn't know what the fuck I was going to do at that point, honestly.
Working with certain people, right? And something weird happens. This dude asked me to sell my soul, and I said no. And then after that, weird demonic stuff. I mean, I don't know necessarily what your beliefs are, but like I've never experienced anything like that before. Not that I've been skeptic, like I know it's real, but I've never had anything happen to it. So to experience that, it was like what the hell,
Some weird shit.
Yeah, it's weird. I've never had anything like that. So after that, I kind of just distanced myself, and that's when I was talking about I was going through mental stuff, kind of like, because that freaked me out. Yeah. And I was like, that's not cool. And so
kind of processing things.
Yeah,
kind of like trying to traumatized a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, some people probably thought I was tripping. I know what I saw. I know what I felt. I know what I experienced. Some people don't believe it. I mean, that's cool. Like, I get that.
Yeah, but you can't convince everyone.
Yeah, exactly. And so after that, I just kind of distanced myself from everybody. And I think, like you said, how you kind of have to experience the bad to enjoy the good.
There you go.
And I'm thankful for that experience because it really changed my perspective on how I lived and who I interacted with and just the things that I did in general, because that was a life-changing point for me.
Wow.
But, yeah, so he asked me. I said no. Weird demonic stuff started happening. And I started getting closer to God and, like, seeking God and, like, trying to actually pursue him, because I've always believed, but I've never actually tried to personally, like, be like, okay, God, I want to get to know you. I want to know what it is that you have planned. I want to know who you are. And so once I started getting into that, that's when he would show me things and kind of just be like, okay, well, you want to do this? Well, you got to fix this first. Well, you want to go this route? Sorry, but you're not going that route. We're going this way. So it was a lot of changes and a lot of things that I had to focus on, and people I had to cut out, things I had to cut out, and just realign myself with God and kind of just take a step back and have a new perspective on everything.
Feature people around the city, collabs, things like that. The M Status collab was huge for me, I think.
Yeah, so, I was about, since we're on that topic, how'd that come about?
All right. So, for people that have been watching my lives, I did admit to how that happened last night, actually.
Oh shit!
So I don't know.
People know.
I don't know if I got attention from M Status or something. I don't remember who added who on Snap, but somebody added somebody, and I was with an ex at the time who shit got real toxic. I'm not gonna put names out there or anything, but there was abuse on one end that ultimately went to both ends, and shit was just bad. Like that was a very toxic relationship I was in. Anyways, I ended up getting cheated on a few times, and I was fucking mad about shit and the way it ended. So she liked M Status. All she ever did was listen to the radio. So M Status was on the radio and shit, and I was like, man, fuck this bitch. And so I hit up M Status, and I was like, hey, bro, let's do a song together. Because in my head, I'm like, next time you hear this guy, I want you to remember that I have a fucking song with him.
Yeah.
So I hit him up, and he goes, yeah, bro, let's do it. And so I asked him, I found a beat, and I was like, hey, bro, can you rap? And he rapped. He was like, yeah, I can rap, bro. And so he took up the whole hook, he took up a verse, and then I spit my shit on it. I still think he did a little bit of his pop thing on it, but he did his thing. That's a dope-ass song. I love the way it came out, and that's how that came about.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. All it was.
Just a simple hit up M Status DM as Spike.
That's all it was.
Jeez.
It should be more difficult. I understand, but I got lucky. I got lucky.
You know, how do you deal with loss and trying to stay focused? Because I know a lot of people can relate to this.
Yeah, honestly, it's tough. It gets me. It gets me. I'm about to cry.
Hey,
nah,
it's
bro.
totally fine.
No, because this
touchy
it recently
subject.
happened like last month. Like, and going through that stuff, like you gotta take a break. Whatever you want to do, you just gotta take a break. Be with your family. Right now, whatever you focus on, music, anything, like that doesn't matter at the moment. You know, you just gotta be with your family. But then, like, take a week, 2 weeks off, whatever you need, and then come back. You gonna make some fire ass shit.
Yeah,
Because that's exactly what happened to me. Like I took like 2 weeks, maybe even 3 weeks. I think because I was just like, it's you gotta take time for your family. You know, you gotta remember you have your family and everyone's going through their own stuff. You know, so you gotta take time, be with them, but literally just. You know, you'll come back with making fire shit. Like that's what happened to me, and now I don't think I've ever been more inspired now, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's so tough losing someone that's
it
so
sucks.
close to you, and especially if they're part of your journey with the music.
Yeah,
it fucking hurts even harder.
Exactly, bro. It sucks. Like it literally sucks. And I literally got one of my cousins that I also started with, Jose. Like he's going through it. He's in jail, but he's the one that taught me how to make beats.
That's wild.
You know, like my journey, it has been crazy, bro. You know, and the people in my life, like this shit ain't no game, bro. Like, and like I always credit him because he's the one that taught me how to everything, like how to work FL, how to do all that. So that's also like something crazy, and it's like I use all that shit that I'm going through and then fuel it into the music, and that's where I'm at today. That's why.
I keep it simple, I just need my mind spoken. Feeling like a little rodent whose life has been postponing to the next sequel of his life. Can't seem to live his life without struggle in his mind. Difficult to think when she's all on your mind. Devil and the angel, it seems to describe.